one of the IFI board members is going to speak to us now, Jim Finnegan, longtime pro-family activist.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye! They've taken Almighty God out of our schools, out of our government, out of our businesses, and out of some of the churches, believe it or not. Now they're trying to take God out of our families. The strength of our country, as many people before me have said, no question about that, with the unholy, blasphemous assault on God-given marriage of one man, one woman. All this while God's messages have been crystal clear on the sacrilegious action by the homosexual activists. You see this in Leviticus 18:22 and 20:13. You see it in 1 Corinthians 6:9 to 10, Romans 1:24 to 27, Jude 1:7, Timothy 1:10 to 11, St. Paul to the Ephesians 5:31-32 to the Ephesians, as well in the Ten Commandments. Honor thy father and thy mother, not thy fathers and thy mothers. Why do I bring that up? Because I've heard so many arguments from the homosexual community about there's nothing in the Bible that says marriage should remain a man and a woman. Well, there's 12 examples off the top. The question that we have to ask ourselves, are we going to stay silent and let this happen? If today is an example, I think not. What a great turnout. God bless you all. Simply put, we cannot let this happen and deny our children the blessing of a father and a mother that we all enjoyed. Most of us, I lost my mother when I was 9, but most of us know the value of a father and a mother in raising our children. We can't let the state raise our children. And in my case, grandchildren. I'm blessed with 7 children and 27 grandchildren. And this is what the homosexual affirming bill, SB 10, calls for. With a promise from our self-proclaimed Catholic governor, Irish Catholic like I am, Quinn, promises to sign into law. We heard what Senator Dillard said he would be doing, so we got to get he or someone like him, we got to get the right person in there. This may be the most important point I'll make. Once homosexual marriage becomes the law of the land here in Illinois, the state and the public school system takes over the moral teaching of our children, the teaching we want on how we want to raise our children. This by forcing acceptance of this dangerous, disease-filled, deviant, and dead-end lifestyle as a good choice for our kids. This is what happened in Massachusetts, what happened in California, what happened in Canada. This is exactly where they go with this. So marriage is just the start. When it's a law of the land in Illinois, all these other things begin. With teachers now having the right to teach the homosexual life choice as good. Specifically and graphically, I might add, as possible. There's books up here on what happened to Massachusetts and after this became the law. Get them from David. They're over there on the desk. Pick it up. You'll know more than most people. After all, we let it become the land if the politicians the law of the land if the politicians we elect say so. How could we look ourselves in the mirror? How can you go to sleep at night if you do nothing? How can you? We must follow God's admonition to go out into the streets and the cities, speak His gospel truths on this evil effort, without fear, without hesitation, and not rest until we bury it, or it should be buried, with the ancient history of other evil efforts in the past. God's message, our message has to be as God has said to us, and as I will stand here and show all day I'm here, homosexual marriage, not in our state, not to our children.